So step one in the recipe is peeling garlic. Put about a quarter cup of olive oil, more or less depending on how much garlic. You'll get a feel for it as you do this. But a quarter cup of olive oil, 30 cloves of garlic, roasted in the oven at 350 degrees for 35 minutes. So after you're done roasting your garlic, you peel them and put them in a food processor. And in the bottom you'll see what looks like white. I sprinkle some kosher salt or coarse salt in there. Again, salt to taste. While your garlic is roasting for the 35 minutes, you prepare your roast. Typically I buy a standing rib roast. When I can't get one at the store because we live literally in the middle of nowhere, all a standing rib roast is prime rib that's not sliced. You can buy prime rib, tie it together like this with string, and make a standing rib roast that's pre-sliced. Either way, it comes out the same. So you get your roast ready, you peel your garlic, and then, after it's peeled, you need something to bond it together when you puree it in your food processor. So you dump the olive oil into the garlic with the salt. And then I'll be adding some horseradish to it in a minute before we puree it. Next we add the horseradish sauce. I use prepared horseradish sauce. Brand doesn't matter. Use whatever you like. I buy this because it's what we have in our little grocery store here. And I use 1/3 cup. I just put it in a measuring cup to show. I usually just squirt about 1/3 cup in, whatever. Okay, then we put the lid on, and we get ready to puree it. After we puree it in our blender, we have a paste that it will not look or smell that appealing, but after it cooks,
yes it does, it's garlic,
it will be perfect. You take this, and be careful with the blades in your blender. And scoop it out. You should probably use a spatula.
Do you want me to get the spatula?
No. And there's more in there. I'll get it in a minute. And you put this all over your roast. Cover it completely.
Then what?
And then when you're done, you cover this. If you don't have a roasting pan, then tent it with tin foil and refrigerate it for at least half a day. I do it a whole day ahead. This is the afternoon on Saturday. We're going to cook it tomorrow. So I let it sit in the refrigerator a whole day, 24 hours.
And what do you bake it at, and for how long? This size of meat?
I slow roast. This is about a 4 to 5 pound piece of meat here tied up. And I'll do it I'll start off around 300 to 325 and run it for 3 to 4 hours. You could always start it high and then turn it down. You could turn it up at the end. Every way I try it, the end result pretty much comes out the same, as long as you don't overcook it.
Yeah, so we've made lifelong friends with Paul making this recipe for family and friends. And then side dishes, mashed potatoes.
Mashed
That's
potatoes.
what we normally do.
This time I might cut up a couple sweet onions and fry them in the frying pan and make sweet onions. You can do whatever whatever you would do with a steak, essentially. Salad, you could, onion rings, you could make homemade French fries, whatever floats your boat.
So that is how my husband makes his prime rib, garlic. What is it called?
Garlic and horseradish crust prime rib.
Yeah, it's delicious, guys. Try it. We normally do it for like special occasions, Christmas time, but every once in a while one of us wants this, and it's delish. Plus the pre-sliced situation is way easier. It's already cut up, so less hassle after it's cooked, I think. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you, my husband, for sharing this on YouTube, and we'll talk to you later. Do you have anything else to say?